number of Premier League won by an English club. Congratulations to Liverpool. In other games, Barcelona beat Real Madrid in that Copa del Rey finals, 3-2. Kunde scored in the final minutes of the extra time to give them that win. Now, in the 3 games that Barcelona and Madrid have played this season, Barcelona have beaten Real Madrid 3 times, winning 3 of those games. Manchester City and Crystal Palace will face themselves in the FA Cup finals. We are going to discuss all this on the show. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Volt Sports on Volt 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin. I'm here with the A-team to talk about all this on the show. Good morning, also. How are you?
I'm good. Good morning. Liverpool, champions of England, and somewhere else we're supposed to announce a new champion, but they are 3 points down the log now in Italy, and it was a beautiful weekend of football. Though I wasn't impressed with the performance of both the local team that I supported and the foreign players I supported. West Ham former hand.
Double disaster.
As in Enugu Rangers former hand. Man U, they do their own. Real Madrid, that one are the big disgrace. So I'm just disappointed. Now, a very wonderful disappointing weekend.
Good morning, John.
Yeah, good morning to you, Godwin. A very special good morning to DP himself. Happy birthday to you. This weekend was fantastic, full of lots of games, You know, FCB fans, wherever you are, shout out to you guys. You guys did the most over the weekend. And of course, City, Manchester City, the boys in blue will never go back. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Liverpool are the Premier League champions. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. You can go there, join us, drop your comments live here in the studio. We'll be reading your comments live here in the studio. Okay, the results of let's start with the Premier League because we have a new champion in the Premier League. So we'll talk about the Premier League before we'll talk about any other league. Okay, in the results of the weekend's game in the Premier League, Chelsea beat Everton 1-0. Remember, Chelsea are fighting for that top 5. So they are still progressing. The remaining 5 games for Chelsea is going to be tough. So they played the easiest one in quotes. Everton. Now for the next 4 games it's going to be dicey for them. So in this game they beat Everton 1-0. Wolves 3, Leicester City 0. Leicester City are relegated officially back to the championship. Newcastle beat Ipswich 3-0, and Brighton beat West Ham 3-2. Fulham came from behind to beat Southampton 2-1. On Sunday, Bournemouth and Manchester United played a 1-1 draw. Liverpool 5, Tottenham 1. Okay, Liverpool are the Premier League champions for 2. Okay, let's see. Let's talk about the games that happened on the weekend, on Saturday. Okay, let's start with Chelsea. Chelsea beat Everton 1-0. Good game for Chelsea because they needed all 3 points and they got all 3 points.
Good goal for them. I think Nico Jackson again to the rescue. Chelsea wanted it more. Everton did put up a fight, but it wasn't good enough. And so I think Chelsea should have won by a better margin, but unfortunately,
Where the margin day?
Yeah, they should have won by a better
Where the
margin.
margin day? Who wants
They
to
had
go?
more possession, they created more chances, they had more shots on target than the opposition, and managed just one. So I think they could have gotten a better margin out of the game.
Chances created 4 in all game. Big chances created 2. I got more goal. Everton will create all the chances no score goal. Because they hit on the break, they tried again, they tried after and they tried over and over again. They didn't get the goals. They played good football. It's just that you look at the way you say big team, we don't get this mentality of big teams playing against small team. But it wasn't big team against small team. It wasn't the David and Goliath story. It was clear-cut 2 struggling teams trying to see where they can finish on the table. Everton trying to see if they can finish high up the table. Chelsea trying to see if they can finish in the top 5.
So you say 2 struggling
Now
teams.
2 struggling teams. When last Chelsea win 5 matches in a row?
Where Chelsea dey for Premier League table, man?
They struggle. Assist. Then they struggle.
Man, you go like this kind of struggle.
Man, you don't consign me.
They 5th.
They just win now. Wait, now they just win Everton now before the game. See, when you're talking about where they are after the game, talk about where they were before the game.
I know they're a London club and you hate London club, but don't call Chelsea struggling.
At the moment, they are struggling.
I disagree with you.
Because look at the last 6 games. How many wins have they had in the last 6 games?
Bro, look at the opponent you are talking about in this game. What about their last 6 games?
Now the same. You see, the last 6 games, I'll tell you, a win over Nottingham Forest, 2 draws, and a lose over
a win over Nottingham Forest is a win, but forget about Nottingham Forest.
Wait. You asked me what was their last 6 results. Their last 6 games was 1 loss, 2 draws, and 2 wins. If I remember well, now two, they don't win two, they don't win three or four games in the last 6. They don't draw 2. And they lose 1.
In the last 5, they've won just one. Everton.
In the last 5.
In the last 5, they've won 1, drawn 1, and lost 3.
Mm-hmm.
Then these people here are castigating. In the last 5, have won 3 and drawn 2. Bro, why are they struggling? Justify the struggling now.
They are struggling.
Did they tell you they are pursuing the Premier League title?
You know me.
Did they tell you they are chasing the top 2? They are not. They are not struggling.
You know me. They are struggling.
I disagree with you.
Okay, whether they are
both teams are struggling.
Chelsea fans want to play Champions League. That's
and Moyes wants to get our
the
team back.
identification of struggling is West Ham and Man U.
Moyes wants to get back to continental football.
You cannot do it this season.
You know, of course. So he's finding a way to make the team better. So he has to pass through this struggling stage.
Jackson scored the only goal in that game. In the first half, I think in 27th minute, to give them that 1-goal lead. And the second half came, both teams tried to score, but it didn't happen. So Chelsea won that game 1-0. So Chelsea are 5th, even though they have played one more game that Nottingham Forest and 6th. They are going to play somewhere around Thursday. If they draw or win that game, Chelsea will move back to 6th. So let's see where Chelsea is going to finish come end of the season, because they have 4 more games to go. They have Newcastle, they have Liverpool. Let me even ask, do they give guard of honor at away grounds or only home grounds?
Yeah, anywhere.
So they are playing Chelsea.
You go welcome the king.
Okay, they are playing Chelsea. Now Chelsea is playing Liverpool next. They play Newcastle, they play Manchester United, and finish with Nottingham Forest this season. So it's going to be a huge 4 games for Chelsea. Okay, other results in the Premier League in the weekend. Okay, let's talk about other games. Brighton beat West Ham 3-2. Poor game for West Ham, good game for Brighton.
No talk that poor game for West Ham.
A very poor
good game for West Ham.
Very poor game.
Went down 1-0. I'm just disappointed. Went down 1-0. Came back with the fight 2-1.
Where the fight?
Put them down 2-1. I was beating them 2-1 comfortably until coach decided to do some kind of sub. Now, you know, now here, I always get problem with coaches. If he's working, like John will say, if his system is working, don't change it. Bro, I understand we don't have substitute bench currently. But taking out the midfield maestro for grandpa striker. Though they are both old legs, I understand, but taking out the midfield maestro for grandpa striker was it for me. When they took out what Prowse for full Kruger, I lost my head. See, I lost my cool. I lost everything. But bro, no, look at now.
You don't have any justification.
That sub kind of killed the game.
You don't have any justification. He was taken off at the 46th minute. When did you score the other goals you scored? It was after he was taken off, they got the second.
What was the score like?
Excuse me. Then the 2 goals that ended this game as a loss for West Ham came in the 83rd and 89th
what did
minute
I say?
or 90th minute.
What did I say?
And you're telling me that a sub that happened 45 minutes later, you guys just lost concentration.
That's what lose concentration, bro.
You lost concentration. You wanted to settle for a draw. Unfortunately, there were 2 goals in that match that you could not contend with, and you were bamboozled in that encounter. That's what it is.
There's something you said now. You wanted to settle for a draw. God, you don't see where coach wants to settle for a draw, they come on midfielder for striker. Yeah? If the question they pursue win,
that's how you got the 1-1. It was the sub that you guys made, taking Prowse out. That was before you guys scored your equalizer. Fukru coming on in the
was 45th, not a plus.
In the 45th minute, you scored 3 minutes later. This is still the same thing you say. He doesn't need to score. He doesn't need to cause chaos. And somebody has run onto the ball.
See,
that's what happened. Now Kudus ran onto the ball thanks to the chaos of Fulkrug and Bowen giving the assist. 1-1. Then secondly, in the 83rd minute, Suchek, another chaos caused by your man Fulkrug. Another assist by another
not the one causing chaos.
And then you got your 2-1. So I don't see why you will be blaming the manager, because without that sub, that was the only sub you guys had prior to getting any goals. And then the last one was 83rd minute when you made another sub. QED.
No, like I said,
so don't blame Fulkrug.
You take out a midfielder.
A grandpa midfielder for another grandpa striker.
I won't do that sub.
Okay, that game ended 3 goals to 2 for
Disappointing.
Brighton. Other games, Fulham beat Southampton 2 goals to 1. Southampton are relegated in this game. So, but for Fulham, good 3 points for them because they
Of course.
fought back to score 2 goals after they conceded the first goal in that game. The other game, Newcastle obviously won against Ipswich 3 goals to 0. That's confirmed the Ipswich relegation back to the championship. I think this back-to-back in the Premier League that the 3 teams that got promotion went back. It happened last season, it happened this season. So let's hope that the 3 guys that are going to come up next season, that 3 of them will not go back again.
They could.
Wolves beat Leicester 3 goals to 0. Good game for Wolves. Wolves have been winning games. I think they have won 6 games in a row. I don't know how. I don't
still
know.
counting.
I don't know where
They're
they
in the
picked.
best form.
Yeah,
so
I don't know
far.
where they picked up form from. They started winning all their games. Even their negative goals difference is reduced to -10. When they started this winning stuff, they were around
Minus
-18, 17. So they have cut
17.
it down to -10. That they are above Manchester United on the table. Good result for Wolves. On Sunday games is where Liverpool became the champions of England. But first, Bournemouth and Manchester United played out a 1-1 draw. Poor game for Manchester United because they scored. Højlund, okay, before the game, the coach had been saying that Højlund just needs 1 goal. 1 goal that Højlund needs. And I think it helped their cause because Bournemouth scored first and they got a red card in the 70th minute. Maybe if they were still 11 man on the pitch,
they would have still scored.
No, they would probably have still had that win.
They will probably score.
Okay.
Man, you don't get red card, seize and win match.
When?
So,
which game is that?
The one where they give Dogu red card now.
For
Against Ipswich, I mean, now which one is that?
is which now?
Is Ipswich now. If they get red card, they go still win game.
My own is
But
that
this one was good game.
if I think for me, if Bournemouth has probably 11 players,
They
They would
probably
have won the game.
they
straight up.
probably na
No
probability.
because this was scored in the final minute of that game, just final minute of game, 96 minutes they scored. Højlund scored.
And you've had 10 man from 70th
About
minute.
20 plus
Wow.
20 plus
That's
minutes.
all I need to say. Wow.
So wait, calm down now. So when is red card become an offense? Now me push out to go commit the offense.
No, but it's an advantage to the
It's
other
an
team.
advantage
That's
that
what
you
I'm
Advantage
saying.
or not, advantage or not, teams they use red card win match.
It's an advantage you could not press. That shows that you're a weak side.
See, teams they use red card win match. And
How-
like we
how
said,
many
wait,
teams?
calm down. And like we said before, Man United is a team with character and wait a column. You get they play like champions. They are comeback kings. But for the past how many months now, they've not been the kings so far. So they always lose when they get
United
when
fans are not going to be happy with you this morning.
How now?
You are using,
No be how
you are
see,
mocking them.
I'm not
in
mocking them.
serendipity.
Comeback kings did a comeback. Whether 11 men or 10 men, it not really mean. They tried to do a comeback, and if you look at that game, even before they considered the goal or before they went down one goal down, and they came back trying to fight on before the red card, they were trying their best to get into the positions of trying to break it down, trying to make everything work until they get to their goals. But it wasn't coming forth. So I'm not gonna blame them to the red card because Man United created enough chances to have
Man,
buried
red
that
card,
game.
nothing you want them.
You get even while the man was still in the pitch, they created enough chances to bury that game, but we're not just seeing it. And Jackson scored for this side, Højlund replied for this side. I think the two most uninformed strikers are back on the score sheet. So let's say they have rediscovered their scoring form. Let's see how the next matches go.
Okay, Bournemouth and Manchester United 1-1. 1 point for Manchester United. They are building. Hopefully, they're probably maybe next season it's going to be better for them because if you look at it, they had 25 shots, 6 on target. Bournemouth scored only 1 shot on target. They scored in that game. Got a record in 70th minute, and Højlund scored in the 90th minute to get a point from Manchester United. Okay, Liverpool are the league champions. They beat Spurs 5 goals to 1, even though that Solanke scored first for Tottenham, but Diaz scored. Everybody started scoring. Capo scored. Salah scored after 4 games of not scoring. Though we considered an own goal for the final 5th game. I don't know what happened to Spurs this year. I think against Liverpool they are considered about 16. How many goals
They
against
considered
Liverpool?
6 before in the first leg. Considered 5 now. Then I think in the FA Cup or Carabao Cup they considered 3.
3 or something. Yeah.
They were in winning positions, and they considered 3. So for me, it's like
good game for
15.
Liverpool. Good game for Slot. He is the league
they
champion.
just
First try.
needed to take 1 point off Liverpool. Take just 1 point. Just settle for a draw. Play it anyhow and settle for a draw, and they will announce
It
them
was
champions.
never going to happen.
See, they will announce them champions still. They play 1-1. They are still champions of England. So a draw would have given them the trophy either ways. But why would you now score first? It's just like going into the Lions, then wake up the Lion, and you don't have anywhere to run to. Because it was a cage, and immediately you enter, the next person out there is closing the door against you. So you went into the Lions den, just sit down in one corner. Because even Daniel said, when enter Lions den, they're not going to say go to find Lion trouble. You can go from one side, go sit down. Get protection.
Were you there with him?
I know I just the talk. But now you go Lions then you go find trouble. You go score the early goal. That 12 minutes goal was like, I felt like, Tottenham is back in this game. They are going to win it. All of a sudden, I saw the equalizer, Diaz, then from there, they started running them rampage. I'm like, bro, these guys don't go step on the Lions toe. They don't go step on the Lions toe. And it wasn't supposed to be like that. It was supposed to be like, because if you notice I was in this game, I said, fine, a draw would suffice before this game. But in that the performance I saw from Liverpool side, as in performance I've been seeing all season, conserve, find a way to score the goal, come back, conserve.
How will they play that same way when you have one hand on the trophy? You can't play that way. You have to go all guns blazing. Yes.
All out. A draw is still conserving.
You're at home, mind you.
And let's just force it out.
You're at Anfield,
let's just.
And the last time this happened, Anfield was locked down. No fans in the stadium. So they have to go all guns blazing.
Next week is still all guns blazing against Chelsea. The next one after that one is still all guns blazing.
They've already won it. If they want to rest,
a point would have been okay for them. That's what I know. A point would have been okay for them.
Spurs would have to decide at the end of the season if they are going to sack Angie, but they are hoping that they are going to win that Europa Cup, but they still have Manchester United and a couple of other teams playing in that Europa League, so let's see what happens. But for Liverpool, they are the league champions, and Slot, in his first season at Liverpool, he has won that title. Truthfully, nobody gave him that chance. There's nobody, because of club didn't finish first two, so everybody was thinking that a new coach with the same players probably will finish around top 4, but not the league title. But he did it in his first try. Let's see if he's going to.
And of course, he gave club the shout out seconds after winning it.
So let's hope that he's going to, maybe for Liverpool fans, he's going to do it back to back for next season. Okay, Liverpool, congratulations to Liverpool and Liverpool fans everywhere around the world. Okay, let's move on to the FA Cup, because FA Cup happens Saturday and Sunday. Results of the FA Cup on Saturday: Crystal Palace beat Aston Villa 3-0. On Sunday, Nottingham Forest 0. Manchester City 2. Okay, in the first game on Saturday, good game for Crystal Palace. They are in the final of that FA Cup. Even though they are playing Manchester City, is going to be a tough one, but good game against Aston Villa, beating them 3-0.
Good game, no doubt. Like I said, you just have to give this man his flowers. Any way you look at it, Eberechi is a fantastic. If you saw that strike, what a strike!
It was
a very good strike.
I keep saying it. This summer is going to be his summer.
No doubt.
It goes nowhere.
Baba is just selling himself, man.
It goes nowhere.
Why won't he
I don't
go?
understand. Why won't he
goes
go?
nowhere.
Why won't he go?
He's a legend of the club.
Not only who legend them?
You don't think we'll see
title for this legend.
Who legend them?
Godwin, you don't think we'll see player play for one club, promote himself for that club, be the legend of that club. Not every time they sell.
No, the problem, if you do it from a big club, if you do it for a Manchester United, Arsenal, is understandable. Not Crystal Palace. What you want go? If you play Crystal Palace from 90 to 100 days, you will not touch that Premier League.
You know mean? Wilfred Zaha is a club legend.
Because nobody wanted to buy him.
Not Man United Academy graduate.
Who won't buy him for Crystal Palace?
My Academy graduates.
I'm saying now.
As you go Crystal Palace, teams will
Who
final.
won't buy him?
Get away, man, you be final.
Oh.
He come back, Man U. I think he came back to Man U. He flopped and he went back.
But
teams higher, but they don't fit
good game
afford
for Crystal Palace, winning that game 3-0.
Good game for them, you know.
For me, the only players, the players you guys are not mentioning is Ismail Assar.
Yeah, he scored 2 goals in that
But
game.
not even the goals. I wasn't looking at his goals. His goals were in short. He had 3 goals involvement. The assist for Eze was Assar. The 2 goals good, but bro, he made sure that with his full chest, he shuts down that right side for what's it called, the left back for Aston Villa. Because if they have allowed them movement forward, the Matikash and the Deng, if they have allowed them movement forward, Aston Villa would have had problem. Would have created enough problem. But Ismail Assar was running the flanks, making sure that these attackers or these midfielders or these defenders do not have the chance
checkmate, yeah.
to come back and run them checkmate. And it was just a performance for me. And you saw the player in between making those runs, trying to get all those back. Even Hughes is back to full fitness and his strength is playing this one. So I mean, good game from the Crystal Palace side. Defensively, they are okay. Now this same after they say tactics do they work 3-4-3. Now the same 3-4-2-1. Now Palace they play the same Amorim style, Amorim system. Now they play and they get results defensive, because when you have defenders who can do the job, you're definitely going to get the job done. They are good, solid in midfield. Defensively, they are okay. Forward in the forward line, they are behind describable. I can't describe how I feel when they go on the offensive.
For Emery has to try again next season. He's out of the FA Cup, out of the Champions League, and out of the Carabao Cup. They didn't win the Carabao Cup, and they will not win the Premier League. But he has over-indexed for Aston Villa, because if you look at where he took them from and where they are, he's building. So let's see, next season probably he might want go one step ahead of what he did this season. Okay, the other result in the FA Cup in Nottingham Forest 0. Manchester City 2. Good game for Manchester City. They scored in the second minute. Rico Lewis scored in the second minute, and Guardiola scored in the second half. If you look at the statistics in that game, 14 shots for Man City, 6 on target, more possession than Nottingham Forest. Normally, Nottingham Forest will not attack. They always defend and find a counter attack. They had only 1 shot in this game, but City deserve to go to the finals.
Oh, no doubt, man. We're in the finals. I'm super happy about that. Mamouche behind the beat, doing all the most for the second goal. Rico Lewis starting it off early. I have a lot of hope for some of the young lads in the City side, talking about the Makate, the Orelli, the Rico Lewis, and hopefully we get to see more of them next season. So, but for this season, good one, straight to the finals. Bring on Crystal Palace. They're ready.
No, it's a good game for Man City.
You see, I think the hype of these players. He said he calm down, call players with the bench, they hype them. Forget to mention the fact that many of these players this match play off position. Rico Lewis is not the attacking striker, the second striker. They play 2 striker. When you have wait, you have Mamouche, Jack Grealish, Rico Lewis, and Savio. 4 of them up front. It's not Rico Lewis playing at right back anymore. It's not this person playing at now. The Nunes play right back. There's no complaint in this one because it works. So it's shout out to you guys, John. It's shout out to you guys for doing the most. Shout out to you guys for shutting down. If coach see players sabi play position, he play out. If he work, we come here and sing praises. If it didn't work, we come here and crucify. If to say they lose this match, now you go hear questions like, why would Rico Lewis be playing as a striker?
Bro,
why
from
would
the second minute he scored?
Now they talk now. If to say he no scored that goal, I must lose waiting for
And
him.
he has scored from the right back position before now, so I'm not surprised about
If
that.
to say John, if to say
Why are
he
you
no
living
play,
in if to say?
if to say he no play as score now, waiting you for talk for this game. Because I've seen this omission before and I've seen you complain about it. Why are you not singing praises to this same exact lineup?
This same formation have never been played. Rico Lewis and Grealish up front hasn't been played.
Rico Lewis, Grealish.
Hasn't
Rico has been
played.
played in midfield, attacking midfield position. I've seen it. Why the other striker was in front of him.
I just
in
beat
flank.
out because Nuno lost this game. QED.
But
And
see,
that
for
was
me,
the
it's
job,
good game.
I mean.
Good game for Man City though. Is let's say another experiment has worked. We'll come here and sing praises, high praises. We'll chant glory, glory, Pep Guardiola for another beautiful one. But for me, it's a clear message that don't try this at home. Because Pep they try to say normal people no fit try. He thinks like me, he plays like me, he likes to experiment like me. You take players, try them in different positions and see if they can just get in the result. And I think in this game, he knows that Nottingham Forest were going to sit deep and play from the back and try to attack from there. Now he played a formation that would allow him defend from the front. With Rico Lewis, Savio having and Mamouche having energy to defend and tackle defenders and perhaps chase defenders down the line. I think that was what he was trying to do in this game. Defend from the front with Kovacic and Bernardo Silva in midfield. So these 5 players had the energy to run defenders, make sure they run the channels and make sure defenders does not have the opportunity to break from the back. I think that was what Pep was trying to shut down because he knows if Nuno tries to build from the back and get into the opposition's half, he's getting the goals.
Okay, the final of the FA Cup will happen 17th of May. Crystal Palace will play Manchester Manchester City, 17th of May. So let's see who wins the FA Cup this season. I think Pep will be try probably to win a cup and qualify for the Champions League. That's the target for Manchester City this season. Okay, let's move away from England and move to Spain immediately. The final of the Copa del Rey happened on Saturday, and Barcelona for the third time this season beat Real Madrid 3-2. It was an interesting game. First half, it was all Barcelona. Madrid didn't play anything in the first half. They introduced Mbappe in the second half, and the whole game changed. And it was Madrid attacking Barcelona. And at some point, was leading 2-1 before they conceded, and he moved to extra time where Kunde scored in the extra time to give them that 3-2 win. Okay, good game of football. You know, I watched that game, and it was one of the best games I've seen. You know why he changed his style just to conserve and hit on the counter in the first half and attack in the second half. It didn't work out for them in that game, but good game all around for both teams.
Good game around for both teams. If you saw that game like I did, man, credit to Barcelona, no two ways about it. For all the talk about, Real Madrid conserving, Real Madrid were absent in the first half.
First half of sport,
they were totally absent. And let's not forget, even we'll still get there because it's still a part of the game. We'll get there, but let me not spoil that right now. Just look at possession. Look at the fluency of passes. Wow. The total difference in this encounter in the second half wasn't the introduction of Mbappe. It was Bellingham taking the ball by the horn and attacking this young man, Pedri.
Yes, it's Pedri.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
It changed the whole system in the second half.
I'm telling you, like, for real. I'm telling you, because it just, once they give that, if you watch the first half, Pedri has the freedom to hold the ball, take his time, move the ball around. The second half,
they were like, debate who better pass between Pedri and Jude Bellingham. Now Jude go prove himself. Because even when Jude hold ball, nobody did dispossession. If you hold ball, carry and go front, no backup player did dispossession, especially for the defense. When he make those passes, Kubasi and Martinez. Apart from Martinez and Kubasi in defense, no other midfielder could have disposed Jude Bellingham in that game. Good game for Real Madrid in the second half because everybody will look towards the first half, how they play the first half. They were dull in the first half. I don't know how to put it in this game. They were dull, they were sleeping, they were everything. Everything was wrong. And I was saying it clearly. If player come back from injury, no rush him into team. You go send and go back hospital. And Gordon, I told you before the game and after the game, I had a discussion with a friend. And they were saying they were hiding players. I'm like, how would they hide players? Person just come back from injury. Look at his. He said he has been available for the past 5 games. That's why they are arresting him for Barca game. I'm like, he don't be available since 5 games. Then they don't get right left back. They come put him for bench. Felamendi is out injured. You can't rush him in, and even in a big game, you can't just rush him in because this game now against Barcelona is a high pressure game. He's not supposed to be starting this kind of games. And look at it, you start him this kind of game, and he's trying to use those energy of high pressure to play the game. And 12 minutes into the game, he's out again injured, and you have to bring back a Fran Garcia, the same person I thought saying you start at least. You try to bring him back. Now it balances the defense. In the first 45 minutes, Barca got the goal, no doubt about it. But there was no big chances created. It was just players moving the passes around. It was just players moving the pass around, passing the ball around to see if they can see a slight opening, and they got the goal. There was no it's called chance created. Like see decisive pass, take decisive pass, make things work.
After Pedri scored the first goal in the first half, second half came. Mbappe was introduced and he scored a free kick. The debate when he scored the first free kick, that debate is that as free kick, they get assist.
No, they get assist.
But now he scored one, and everybody was surprised. For me, I wasn't surprised though because he's been trying for the past couple of years. This is his first time he's scoring from a direct free kick. I think when he was introduced, truthfully, he changed the game. He added more power to that Madrid attack.
He added power to the Madrid attack because once you get Jude dispossessing and getting the ball, it's just that quick play down the flank with Mbappe trying to put pressure on the defense and trying to beat them out and get into a one-on-one situation with the goalkeeper, which rarely happened. But if you look at that free kick yet again, the wall was set up in one position. What's his name? Chesney was supposed to man that near post and then move across if he went. And the place where everybody was protecting that he shouldn't send the ball, he sent the ball the opposite direction, and this man couldn't get there in time. So good one for him and good attack. But we have to talk about the several penalty incidents that were denied.
I was
the
saying
valid one in the first half
First
when
half,
it was pulled down.
yes, I think the referee was trying to be, sometimes because Real Madrid was complaining about the referee.
Real Madrid cry that day.
He did not actually want to, especially that Kubasi, when Sabias pulled down Kubasi, that should be a penalty. Everybody could see, but the referee decided to leave it. Even VAR, everybody decided to leave it. It didn't make sense.
Everybody just keep quiet, like say nothing will happen.
It was a minimal.
It's not a minimal touch. It was a full.
He might have gotten to that ball and scored that goal.
Yes.
But they decided to leave it because of the controversy.
That one they leave that one a freebie. Get out of jail free card. The second one, Rudiger.
There was no contact. There was no contact.
You didn't see that game.
There was no contact.
Taking Ferran Torres
there was no
out
contact.
From under him. That one was pure penalty.
There was no contact.
The one they went for VAR was the third one. Rafinha.
There was no contact.
There was contact. If you watch that game,
there was no contact.
There was pure contact.
I think the only one they would have given was the Tchouaméni.
Tchouaméni didn't commit any offense.
Oh boy, Tchouaméni committed an offense.
Which one did he commit?
You see, Tchouaméni for don't get red. I go tell you from the bottom of my heart. Tchouaméni for don't get red card for that.
We are talking about the penalty.
Based on reckless challenges when they dive into.
Challenges can be decided.
Now, like I said, the penalty.
This one is pure penalty scenario. He took Ferran Torres' leg from under him and he went down. That was a pure penalty plus red card. That one was also.
Rafinha dived.
No doubt.
That one they checked on VAR. Why he gave a penalty? Rafinha dived on that one. But let's not go into controversy in this game. But in the second half, everything changed. All the goals came in the second half. Mbappe scored, and Real Madrid got a corner kick and made it 2-1. But the boy again, the
anointed son of
gave
Man
that beautiful
City.
assist. I didn't know why Courtois had to come out to charge for that ball. Courtois is not a goalkeeper. He's not a sweeper goalkeeper. He's not an attacking goalkeeper. Depending on what you want to see.
Did you see that finish?
I didn't know why he came out. He came out, but he didn't get to that ball, and Torres scored that goal to make it to enter extra
Straight
time.
down pocket.
Kunde scored the goal in the extra time to make it 3-2. After that game, a whole lot of controversy started happened after the goal. At about 120th minute, Mbappe was trying to attack on going towards goal, but I think Garcia wanted to mark him and he touched Garcia's face. He fell and he gave a free kick against Real Madrid, and the bench for Real Madrid started shouting. And
with the main man
Rudiger threw a bottle at the referee, so that's going to look after.
Rudiger pulled out the two ice packs on his knee.
Yeah, they were holding him for that one.
He pulled the first ice pack, threw it into the pitch.
No, he didn't. He threw the water bottle first.
Watch the replay. He threw the water bottle first, then he took off the two ice packs and threw them. Watch that. I saw that thing live and direct. Ice packs was what he threw. The first one on his left, the second one on his right.
They were holding him for that one. He didn't throw that one. But the first main thing that he threw the water bottle first, and I've checked the rule. The minimum of that offense is 4 match. 4 match ban.
That was assault. That was
they should add a fine to that.
And a fine. They should add. There's a fine to it because it's an assault on the referee. So definitely, maybe
why he did that.
Maybe you're paying a 5,000 euros fine. I don't know, but I feel like it
didn't make sense.
That was uncalled for.
And this is 120 minutes, so I don't know why people are just.
That was uncalled for because the game could have gone either ways. If you started your best legs, you would have gotten a different result. Now you didn't start your best legs. Now for me, Vinicius was just off in that game.
Exactly.
Now taking him off in the 89th minute was not. I would have taken him off earlier. Way earlier, because after that 2-1, I could just say, okay, Brahim Diaz entered, when he come out first. And for it to be put in that category of champions, maybe you're the Ballon d'Or, the world best player, they had to pull that best player of the world out.
Of course.
You see the times of even Messi, Ronaldo. Before you tell Ronaldo to come out for sub, the eye when you go look, you go be like, just play your 90 minutes, no worry. Even I think even when Ronaldo was dying in the 2016 Euros that they won against in Portugal against France, he was dead in that game. Like he had no legs in that game, but he was still trying to manage himself through the game until he noticed that until he felt that he can no longer do anything. He started crying, and you saw they had to pull him out and bring in somebody else. That's the kind of player you say is the best player in the world. You see Messi is down, injured. You still see him leaping, trying to take on players. He's leaping with one leg and he's still trying to take on players. You can't. You should, before you go fit pull him out. Me say that leg no fit, you know if you hop on one leg.
Was that type of player for Real Madrid in that game was what's his name?
Was Rudiger.
Bellingham.
No, actually, even
It
Rudiger
was Bellingham because
even
let's
Rudiger was
not
tired at
forget
some
that
point.
Bellingham at a certain time got frustrated with the attack and with the players and started moving that forward that used to move last season.
Let me even correct something. When you talk about players, let's leave Ronaldo and Messi because those two are just different class on their own. No player.
May I give you another name?
Give me another name.
Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, Frank Lampard, Balak.
So
These players go get injuries. Still they play match.
Now, if you get injury, you will leave. Nobody plays through injury. Do you know what it means to play?
That's what I mean. I mean player performing and you find it difficult to pull them out of the game.
If they are injured, they are out.
But
somebody gets injured,
for one best player, was Vinny injured?
Well, if
he had an off game now. They have to take him out.
Now, what best player they get off game?
Nah, lie. Even Messi and Ronaldo they get off game.
But then they come out there for match.
It doesn't matter, but still have off games.
Rudiger had a very good game and he was taken off. Please. So I just like this is what champions do.
Let's that Rudiger name, please. Okay, Bellingham.
Let's see what happens. Barcelona are the champions of the
deserving champions.
And again, John say Torres, anointed child of Man City. Not only one season play for Man City.
Baba,
anointed child of Valencia.
Why they pay you?
Now you say captain man no go reach him in the next.
Why they pay you?
Anointed child of
Man City. Simple as
played on the 19 with Valencia. Played on the 21 with Valencia.
Like the entire history of the player.
3 years.
3
years with Valencia first team. I was looking for the captain man, but they said no, you don't go reach in the next 5 years. You wrong, go Man City.
At Man City,
go Man City, go chop bench.
No, he wasn't first team player at Man City. And even in Barcelona, it's not still a first team player at Barcelona. He plays when Lewandowski is not. But truthfully, whenever Lewandowski is out, he comes out and scores goals.
He does his job.
He does his job very well. So I think it's a plus for Barcelona to have him. But in this particular game, they beat Real Madrid 3-2. Barcelona are the champions of the Copa del Rey, and they have another El Clasico in 2 weeks' time. You know, before that game, Ancelotti said that for them to his 2 trophies, they have to beat Barcelona in those 2 games. They have lost one, they have the league title, and Barcelona are 4 points.
The easiest one.
Barcelona are 4 points ahead of them in the league table. They are going to play their next El Clasico at Nou Camp, so it's going to be tough for Real Madrid to win that game. But let's see. For Ancelotti, the rumors that he's going to leave Real Madrid come end of the season. He'll probably take over the Brazil national team. But the rumors now that even everybody is saying, talking about it on social media that he's going to leave Real Madrid come end of the season. They are looking for Alonso. Maybe Alonso will come and maybe push Real Madrid to the next level of their game. But let's see what happens. That will happen come end of the season. Okay, congratulations to Barcelona. Before we start taking calls, remember guys, we are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. I will take calls and talk about the MPFL because Rangers International lost again at home to Enyimba in that Oriental Derby, 2-1. I was at the stadium yesterday. It was an interesting game, especially for Rangers in the second half, but they could not get that win after conceding Real Madrid of our time. Okay, let's open the phone line and take calls and get your contribution about all this we are talking about. The number to call is 0706-048-5853. Before I start taking call in this area, Roma beat Inter Milan yesterday 1-0 at the San Siro, and Napoli won their game 2-0.
Thanks to McTominay.
McTominay scored both goals in that game to give Napoli that win, and they have 3 points ahead of Inter Milan in that Serie A title race. But let's see who wins it. Okay, call us and tell us your own contribution about all these things we are talking about. Okay, let's take the first call. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
Yeah, I hope you can hear me. My son, John, good morning.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yes.
Yeah, all right, this is the issue of sometimes.
Okay,
welcome.
What is your contribution?
First of all, congratulations to who is due to. Even though it's difficult, you understand where I'm coming from.
We know you, we know.
Okay,
we know.
That is the spirit of sportsmanship. Yes, even when it's hard and difficult, you have to say it. We hold no grudges. The best team won. Liverpool did a great job. I told you guys they will win the league in January. Unless they do Arsenal, it's only on record now. It's only Arsenal that has stopped league in January and still lose the league. Shot
Try.
fire, according to you guys.
Try.
So I know they will do that, and they did it in a style. Congratulations to them. Also to Barcelona, Madrid. I don't know how this season is going for me. I don't know. Now no way. Madrid, no way. This season, I don't know how to feel. I don't know how I feel, but it's all good. Next season we go again. But if I drop the call, this thing that Tottenham and Man U is doing to their fans,
I'm telling you.
I don't know. There will be a cry at the end of the season. Let me go there now. You didn't know that, okay, Man U is saying it's Europa League. Tottenham is thinking Europa League. At the end of the season, the hopes are rising. And at the end of the season, one is going to lose out.
Mm-hmm.
If not two of them, what will happen? After this, I know that you can, okay, I know you argue, should they go and fight for waiting again? I think they didn't win the Europa League, but I think they should prepare and win some games. You know?
Yeah, hello. Oh, okay. Okay.
You will not. There are still other big things there to play. You cannot swear that Tottenham is going to win it. Same thing. But everybody now is saying, let's go Europa League. I pity the team that will cry at the end. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much. I suppose our Manchester United fans
they
are crying. Well, Spurs don't have they don't have fans. I don't think they have much fans in Nigeria. Especially in England. But for Manchester United fans, they are crying.
The same way no say Man City fans they exist until Pep come. They also hide.
Okay.
As Mourinho go there, we hear their voice more.
Hello, good morning.
Good
morning. Name and location, please.
Happy New Week to you guys.
Happy New Year to
Happy
you.
New Week.
What is Robola for?
Okay, Pedro.
Yeah, it's like the tactics we Barcelona go bring this season after just they beat only Madrid. But congratulations to them. Madrid really tried in that match.
Okay.
But I let them up in that La Liga title. I still strongly believe that they can still climb on top of Barcelona.
Okay.
And coming to the Premier League, congratulations to my team Chelsea for that hard win over Everton. And for the remaining matches, it is going to be tough matches, but I just say they continue win, even if above 0. We need to qualify in that top 5. Yeah, and congratulations to Liverpool for winning the league. From now on, Tottenham, I never say anything. I just pity and the possibility because you say this is the season of winning everything. Let him try and win the Europa League so that he fulfills his promise, unless than 11 will do his normal job. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's see if
and 11 no get any normal job, bro.
Then 11 get normal
You
job.
no get normal job.
Sack manager.
You know they sack manager. I think you just say, no, just make your contract expire, make you leave.
0706-048-5853. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello, guys.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
I need to.
Good morning.
Alex calling me.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, Alex,
I said to you guys, this is your YouTube.
Yes.
I don't know whether you have seen
I've seen it. I've seen that one, yes.
But that one is about the way. See, let me say this, John, please. What do you call a team that has been second and all of a sudden they start crashing down? They win some games, they do some games, now they lost some games. I can't even remember, apart from this Everton game and the other game that they played, when last they have won, including their Parma, that they claim that they have been their savior. Simple that Chelsea is struggling. When to say that Chelsea and Everton are struggling, they are struggling. Everton has been in that same position that Man U and it's not as if they are going up or they are coming down. They are stagnant in that same place. You understand? Chelsea now, even though they won Everton, doesn't mean that even though they are 6th place or 6th place, doesn't mean that they are not struggling. Chelsea is struggling. Let us just put it that way. They are not struggling. Why would most of their fans be coming out and be clamoring for Maresca?
Because they are entitled. They are spoiled.
They are struggling.
They are not struggling. Baba, I tell you that you will like their struggling past your current struggling.
Now for West Ham, you see West Ham. West Ham, to be frank, I don't really know what is wrong. So you need to call and put on. I don't really know what is wrong with them. James Ward-Prowse, Full Crook, all these old men. I think West Ham just need to come and support Graham Potter if they really want the man to stay.
No be fault now.
Even next season, come next season, because the man seeing things now, other things you know will even stop them. Even the next season, the last of who are putting up, they will see the fire. They will come transfer, they will see the fire. So it's better West Ham made it better stop. And see this a classical game. I don't know. Something. This is not the first free kick that I've seen score. I think he has scored one.
This is the second free kick, yes. Yes.
This is his first free kick, direct free kick.
This is his second free
This is his first.
This is the second direct.
This is the second direct, yes.
I don't know if I called second direct. This is his first ever direct free kick. He stand on top the ball, he shoots the ball, he not get assists.
And let us not forget, forget that he is with injury. He is struggling with injury. I'm really happy from Mbappe.
Good performance from Mbappe.
All right, thank you.
He's really playing hard, but it seems things are not working. And the parents should go and find a way around Real Madrid always collecting from Barcelona, because it's not becoming a normal, including their women also. Let's say Barcelona just the flog Madrid up, or even if they even go take their penalty, may not be like say Barcelona also the flog their Real Madrid penalty.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, let's see what happens to Real Madrid. I think they are going to get a new coach. I think they are going to get a new coach in the summer. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Name and location, please.
My name is Emmanuel from Benin.
Okay, Manuel, what is your contribution?
I am very happy for Chelsea yesterday.
Okay.
Do you see that banger goal from Jackson?
Yes, so we saw it.
I saw the banker go.
Yes. the goal should be nominated for the goal of the season.
Okay.
Goal of the season.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Now
Alright,
Puskas go like win.
Say play the nominator.
No,
No say
let me
win.
No, they go nominate am for Puskas. Not even Premier League goal of the season. Now Puskas.
Okay, let's take one more call before I talk about Rangers International. Yeah, hello, good morning.
This is Bonaventure from Isuka.
Okay, what is your
welcome.
contribution?
Barcelona fan. Yeah, as I said the last time we discussed about this classic, I would say that Real Madrid was just trying to put pressure on the referee.
Yes.
If they change the referee to another referee, the referee will be, since they changed me because of Real Madrid, if I blow against them, they are going to change me again.
Can you move away from the ship or the coach that is making noise, please?
No, that's super. That you're super fan. They give you back off.
So, they tried everything to favor them. There was two clear penalties. That of Rudiger that Donso is saying that
It's
they
not
didn't have
penalty, yes.
contact. There was contact there.
Thank you.
The only one they decided to check was that Rafinha. So thank God that whenever Barcelona want to beat Real Madrid, they beat them with clean hands, and there will not be any controversy.
Normally.
There was still the one that was complaining about referee even after everything. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's see what happens with them come end of the season. Let's talk about Rangers International. Rangers played yesterday against Enyimba City and they lost at home 2-1. I can't even know how many games Rangers have lost this season. About 4 or 5 games at the Cathedral.
Rangers has lost 6 games
at the Cathedral.
Plateau, Kano Pillars, Shooting
crazy.
Stars, Heartland, Enyimba. I think they've lost one other game. I'm trying to remember the name of the club, but I know they lost against Kano Pillars 4-3. That was when the school was out. They lost one against Shooting Stars. The next game against Shooting Stars, they lost against Plateau United. Niger Tornadoes, yes. This was 6 games at home, and all these games it was just a goal margin until the Heartland one of last week where they lost with 2 goals margin. Every of these other games has been a goal margin. Plateau United 1-0, Niger Tornadoes 1-0, Shooting Stars 1-0, Kano Pillars 4-3.
4-3, yes.
4-3. Now this one 2-1.
Okay, but
The
first half was just I don't know what they are playing.
The first half had the same event.
Yes.
The first half has the same event as the one what's it called that happened last week, where you lose the ball and you are walking backwards, and the opposition team is running at your defense,
It's
and
crazy,
you have 5 of
that was the
you
Atlant
walking.
game.
That was even yesterday happened in the first half. You lose the ball in the position's final third, and they are going on the break, and you have 5 of you walking backwards. I was like, bro, are you guys ready to play football, or you're set to just maybe at the end of the week collect paycheck? Wear jersey and claim your Rangers players? In the second half, we saw the chairman coming out from the glass house to come and ginger and Felix was also there trying to tell these players that you can't be walking while you lose the ball. Once you lose the ball, run. And the only attacking creative player in that midfield, Xavier, was even bullied off the ball because he didn't have flesh. We'd say, okay, flesh is not really enough because Kopama said the create chances, he's not getting it for body. But this is MPFL. That Kopama now, if he goes here, and if he bully him off, but if he go Bojang Monstiga, if he no see. But in the MPFL, in the Nigerian Professional Football League, you need flesh in your legs. If they give you body, you stand. It's not if they give you small touch, you dive to the ground and you're waiting for referee to blow. There will always be contact in sports, especially in the midfield area. There will always be contact because you're going for area duels, you're going for ground duels, you're going for 50-50 balls. So I felt like Silva didn't win enough 50-50 balls that he could have gotten to get into the attacking position. Oh. And the other guy, what's his name again? Okay, I think they had substitute. There was these two substitutes they did in the game, and I felt like, okay, fine, these two subs can come and change the game. Okay. But they didn't really put in enough work in the second half. Got 1 goal, but it wasn't enough to get them the equalizer and the winning goal.
That loss moved the Rangers down to 8th position. If you look at the table, Remo Stars first, for they are going to win that league. Win this league this season. They have been building. Yes, last season they finished second.
They've already announced them champions.
Yeah, this season they are going to win the league. They are champions here because
champions. 10 points above Rivers United and 3 games to go.
Yes, they are champions already in Nigeria MPFL. Rangers are 8th, so the only cup they have now is Presidential FA Cup. If they win it, it's going to be good for us here at Enugu. But yesterday's game was just second half. They actually tried in the second half, tried to come back, but they only scored 1 goal after going 2 goals down in the first half. They scored 1 in the second half to make it 2 goals to 1. But let's hope that Rangers. Part of the problem when we spoke to the fans today is that because so many players they leave after the season. They try go abroad, go to Lebanon, go to African countries, trying to get trials.
One of the key midfielders
was playing for Enyimba
in the team last season. Is playing for Enyimba this season. Now against Niger Tornadoes, 2 of the players that played for Niger Tornadoes last season played against Niger Tornadoes for Rangers this season. So it's like shop around and perhaps at the end of the season sell them the best legs to go abroad and play 3rd division wherever, but it's not good enough.
Okay,
you need to start keeping players.
Rangers are 8th on the table. Let's see where they are going. They are going to finish probably around that area.
Even if you look at what the man said, I think he said the future of Rangers is in the youth. So I think we should hope to build a better youth system.
The problem is about building youth system. If you build youth system and they have small money, they will travel abroad to try. What would they get in playing Nigerian league? How much do they pay them? Can they buy?
Like I said, is the structure. Build your system, and the more money you make is from winning trophy. So while you're trying to build your youth system, try and win more trophies.
The general thing that we just need to improve the life of Nigerians in general, because if it keeps happening, they will keep moving. Even if they go to African countries to play, where they earn probably slightly more than what they earn in Nigeria. So I think it's just the whole economic system of Nigeria. Once we change that, everything will change. Okay, we'll finish on our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. We have so many comments here. I'll read a few of them before we end the show. Okay, and Ecletus Obi, he said, "No, so how far about Manchester? About you and Madrid Copa del Rey?" Okay, so asking, yes, they lost.
Things happen.
OGO, once upon a club, Manchester United, they are falling from grace. And Chigozie Alexander is saying, Godwin, this starts Mbappe's second free kick. Okay, so Godwin, did you guys capture the Rangers performance in the stadium? Yes, we did. Please, guys, remind me how many games Rangers have lost at home this season. 6 games is too much. Rangers' attitude to their games now is pissing me off. I'm angry about Rangers International. And okay, so they're saying, please, who they call us from Goat's House? Oh, okay, it happens sometimes. Okay, Cletus, welcome to the show. Say good morning, guys. In the studio, Una studio should have been painted with Liverpool colors at least, for it is the important assistant. Okay, yes, Liverpool are the champions. He's also saying
they paint today after match now.
I beg, help me tell all the football fans whenever you are watching the remaining EPL games, be it in your house, viewing center, or beer parlor. Make sure you always stand up for the guard of honor. I am more interested in the guard of honor from Arsenal because their manager stayed over his dead body. I want to see his dead body lying down and give Liverpool the guard of honor. Stay humble. Okay, and finally Samuel
Johnson.
Johnson.
Just write a pistol for YouTube.
Samuel
Johnson.
Johnson. Samuel Johnson is saying so should we be expecting an Arsenal women and an Arsenal men versus Barcelona in the Champions League finals? Yes, both teams are playing the semi-final of the Champions League. Both Barcelona team and Arsenal team, men and female. Okay, Johnson is also saying we may not have won the trophy yet, but the upward trajectory from my team Arsenal is commendable. Make bad belly the hate. The trophy will come with time. Okay. Finally, Daniel Barry Sports. Welcome to the show. You say good morning. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Daniel.
This is how we are going to be ending today's show. Thank you for joining us on today's sports show. Tomorrow we'll come back and talk the Champions League because the first leg of the semi-final of the Champions League is happening tomorrow, and Arsenal will play PSG. Tomorrow we'll come in and talk about them. My name is Godwin, and see you guys tomorrow.
Hello, Enugu, and welcome to Volt 104.3 FM, where music meets
Let's
the
just write that
voltage.
pistol.
Alex Iwobi gets the ball out to the left-hand side. The delivery comes in. Oh, it's a goal!
Entertainment. News and politics.
Enugu State governor has sent us the electricity.
Gospel.
And let them have dominion.
The kingdom of God is within people.
It needs to stay down.